I mean, when I tell you, I was so emotional when I saw you and your family, your stepsons and Shady Baby at Gay Pride. Was it in Miami?
In Miami.
In Miami. And it was so beautiful and it was so incredible. Let's talk a little bit about why it was so important for you and your family to be there.
I think a lot of people talk about diversity and inclusion. A lot of people talk about being a global citizen, but they will leave out whole ass communities. And for us, my mom took me to my first Gay Pride parade at 8 years old.
Wow.
So we moved to the Bay Area from Omaha, Nebraska. And my mom was like, I don't want to raise, what did she say? Town kids.
Yeah.
I want to raise, worldly kids. And part of being a person of the world is to embrace all communities.
Yes.
So it was really important for our family to show up, to physically be at the parade, and not just say things, but actually, show and prove and learn.
Yeah.
To before we actually got on the float, we were probably there for a couple hours, and I just encourage everyone in our family to have conversations and to listen. We should not center ourselves.
Yes,
we need to learn how to be good allies, and you can't be great allies until you decenter yourself and you listen and you humble yourself a bit. So before we were honored enough to be able to get on the float, I wanted to make sure that we actually shut up and learned and listened. But it was important to show up, to not just be there for our family members, but for the community, because that is a part of the city of Miami. That is a part of our country. That is a part of the world that I refuse to ignore or to marginalize or to other.
Yeah. Speaking of marginalized and other, I have to touch on the fact that our community, many people in our community were less than gracious about you and your family attending.
They're less than gracious about a lot of things I do in this life.
Yeah, okay, I know that's right, girl.
There's a scroll of the things that people have been less than gracious about. But what's important to me is that every member of my family knows that they are loved and supported and protected, and that nobody's bullshit is going to get in the way of me doing what's right. And you can either be on the right side of history, or you can be in somebody's comment section talking shit from your mama's basement.
Yes!
That's completely on you. But meanwhile, I will be on the right side of history, being a decent human being, showing up for what's right and showing up for my loved ones, wanting them to be super confident, to be exactly who they are, and to know that they are loved and supported and protected by our entire crew.
Yes, exactly.